Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Scarland here bringing you a new Wolcen video. Today we're going to be showcasing the Necromancer build. So we are going to utilize two pets. Now I've tried this with three pets, I've tried it with two pets. We're going to do 187 Untainted, which we all know isn't needed. It's just to showcase the build. And I mean, basically it's just all because of the trowel belt, right? We're still using that trowel belt until they ultimately nerf it. But we are going to utilize two of the golem pets. I know a lot of people really like the mage versions of these, but I believe the golems themselves outweigh the mage. Not as far as DPS, as far as survivability. So with this Necromancer build and pet and loadout, we're not taking any defensive abilities. We're solely relying on our two pets to survive and split the damage between them. Which you'll see in the build video and how everything comes together. We're basically taking the Exploding Mage build, which I released. So if you want to go back and watch the Exploding Mage build, we're taking the soul aspects of that and applying it even further to the Necromancer build. We've changed some things. We added Fatal Pact to increase our damage by another 30%. One thing I didn't like, and I just can't really tweak it out perfectly yet, is the active dodge roll. That if you guys watch my videos, you really know that I like the active dodge roll to pass through enemies, so we're sacrificing that here, and it shows because I try to dodge through enemies and I keep getting stuck, and I just get pissed off. So it's still the same damage. It's actually higher damage. I think I can even push this higher. I think this run here we end up doing like something in the 60 million range. At the end of the video I'll show you my new record. Previously, my record was like 44 million, then it jumped up to 60 something million, and I actually obtained like an 80 million plus hit. I'll show you a screenshot at the end of this run through here, but I mean, it's normal, typical run through fashion for this build. Like I said, we're just taking the Exploding Mage and we're adding survivability to it. So the Exploding Mage was relying on block and some defensive mechanics. This one eliminates all of that, specs into more damage, and then the survivability is actually coming from your two pets. So you're going to notice we only have two offensive abilities even slotted. We're relying on that trowel belt, but you can see the damage here. See just the absolute carnage that is being dropped down on these guys here. This was actually a really short map, a really short run through. I think we did this run less than 5 minutes, so that's not too bad, obviously. I don't think we took any deaths, if I recall. I think we get an S+ on this. And you still have to play passively, you still have to logically think. Just like if you were playing the Exploding Mage build, you have to critically think in the situation of what you're doing. Like right here, I have an Untainted with me, I have a bunch of trash mobs. Hopefully I kill all the trash mobs and the Untainted dies as well. So in that situation, if you are running out of trash mobs here, your DPS is going to suffer. It's still the same philosophy. You want to grab as many monsters as you can, because when they explode, they're doing their full amount of HP in damage, which is just insane. The mechanics of the game are pretty much broken. I don't know how they're going to fix this. I don't know if they're ever going to fix this. Even if they nerf the trowel belt or nerf Mark of Impurity, I don't know. I mean, this build is still going to be strong regardless of that. So we'll have to wait and see what happens ultimately, but I mean, you can see the damage potential here. I somehow squeezed out even more damage, like I said, than the Exploding Mage. The Exploding Mage still had to spec into survivability, right? Well, now the Necromancer has to waste 2 of his spell slots on 2 pets. Now, you can even go further with this. You can tinker with this. Of course, all the files will be in the Discord when I officially release the build. That'll be coming out, later this week if you're watching this video when it releases. If you're watching this video in the future, then the file and the build is probably already released. So you're going to see, like I said earlier, we're only using 2 offensive abilities here. We're using Anomaly and we're using Tears. Tears is what's generating the health globes for us. Anomaly is what's pulling those health globes in. Another big survivability tactic that we're using here is the health globes automatically get pulled into you. So we already had spawned the Untainted boss. We're rushing him at this point. We're trying to make sure that we bring enough trash mobs with us. I actually backtrack here because these mobs are being slow. We actually got a slow-moving boss on top of that. So I just go ahead and engage the boss, and hopefully the trash mob catches up to me. We are still using Bleeding Edge, of course, but of course Bleeding Edge, we're not using it for damage. We're using it to dump our rage power our rage and to our willpower. So you can just see the damage here. I don't even have that many trash mobs with me, and I think I still ultimately do like half the damage to the boss already. I soon realized, of course, we don't have enough trash mobs. I'm probably going to have to double back here, or I decide to face tank this. I'm not even exactly sure what I do. I don't remember. Let's watch. So it doesn't even matter. I actually kill that mini champion, and the mini champion ends up killing the boss anyway. So there it is, guys. I mean, we'll bring up the statistics here on the screen momentarily. One of my golems actually died during the battle. I didn't even realize that I summoned it there at the end. So there's an S plus on Untainted 187, just under 5 minutes. If we look at the damage here, yeah, 62.9 million. So that is a significant increase in damage from the exploding mage. So in my eyes, the Necromancer right now has survivability, and it's out DPSing the exploding mage. The Necromancer might be the new way to go. I'm going to toy with it and try to squeeze out some more DPS. So at the end of the video here, we'll bring up that screenshot and momentarily just talk about that. But you guys can see the numbers. The numbers don't lie. This was a 5-minute S plus Untainted run. So hopefully you enjoyed the run. Make sure you go ahead and join the Discord, and I'll bring up that screenshot, and we'll talk about our record as it is currently. So here's the screenshot showcasing my hardest hit thus far in this game, which is just absolutely insane. I'm really trying to push 100 million damage in one single hit. But this run was a S plus run. It did take a little longer, 6 minutes 34 seconds. Still 0 deaths. You're not going to take a lot of deaths unless you really somehow manage to mess something up and get yourself in a situation. But yeah, that run that I just showcased was what, in the 60s, 60 something million, and this is my record thus far. So we've basically taken the exploding mage build and actually improved on it and turned it into a necromancer. So not only does it have survivability, but it also is just doing incredibly amount of damage. I mean, like I said, 83.7 million in one single hit. You can see the overall damage dealt, no deaths, no downs, S plus, and still a good run time. Like I said, sub 7 minutes on this. So that is going to conclude this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I said, depending on when this video gets released, and if you're watching this video in the future, the Necromancer build may or may not already be out. So make sure you go ahead and check the build out. Make sure you go ahead and check the Exploding Mage build out. Make sure you check the Force Shield Mage. Join the Discord. All the files will be in there. Everything will be in the description as always. Hopefully you did enjoy this. Leave me a comment below. I know there's a lot of mixed feelings right now. Wolcen has just launched. It's, you know, less than 1 month old, and there is a lot of broken game mechanics, but me personally, I'm having fun with it. I know a lot of people hate the fact that, you know, everyone was using Bleeding Edge, right, for damage. Now everyone hates the Trowel Belt. If you use the Trowel Belt, you're a filthy cheater. I don't care. I mean, I paid for the game. I'm having fun with the game. If you don't want to use the Trowel Belt, you don't have to, but your damage is going to significantly suffer. So until the company actually does something and fixes it, I'm going to use it, guys. So you can hate on me all you want. I know all those Reddit haters just love me over there, so you guys can suck a big old bag of dicks. Doesn't bother me at all. I'm over here doing 83 million damage. What are you actually doing? So hopefully you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.